Hi, tonight my name is Sue, and I like to do stories about Turners Falls. This is what was going on in Turners Falls many years ago. I'd love to hear anybody that has guesses on what year they think this would happen. But there's a new camp called the Manton E. Taft Camp number 138 was initiated last Friday evening by Division Senior Chairman Commander Ernest Emery of East Hampton, formerly of Turners Falls. Now, these names are very well known. These are members that were mentioned: Reverend Alan Bronson of Millis Falls, Reverend Edwin Dolan. Franny Dolan was a lawyer. I knew him very well. And the Chester Dolan was also in it. Um, Let me see who. There was Fred Klaber, W.T. Libby, H.E. Tucker, William Stremble, Samuel Emery. Charlie Emery was a police officer for years. Frank Dorhammer, Elmer Wheeler, John Short, Ralph Smith, and George Holsworth. Also, there was Gates Tuttle, and I went to school with a Patty Tuttle. They lived in Gill. They came from Greenfield and Turners Falls, and then we go on to the baseball schedule. Now, the baseball schedule consisted of the Turners Falls High School attends to have a good team in the field because they have returned with 11 members that were on the team last year. John Thomas is the captain, Fred Milkey the manager, and 11 people will be going. They have an alumni game starting the year off on the 18th of April, Rotary High at Holyoke, and it would be versus Turners Falls. Then they have a couple of weeks open: Chicopee at Turners Falls, Dickinson Academy, Athol High School at Turners Falls, Orange High School at Orange, Greenfield High School at Turners Falls, and Dickinson Academy in Turners Falls, Northampton High School, Greenfield High School, and excuse my dog. Now, then they talk about a man named John Shea. Now, like I said, the Shays lived up on Park Street, and Jane was a very good friend of the family. It says that he died after living in Turners Falls for 66 years. He's survived by his 5 sons: Dennis Shea, who's the chief of the fire department, Michael F. Shea, John Shea, Jerome and Edward Shea. Two daughters: Miss Margaret Shea, who's a leader as a teacher in the public schools, and also Miss Margaret Shea, who lives in Turners Falls. Now, that ought to give you a hint of what year this was about. They also talked about a new baseball organization called the Wanderers that was going to be led by Edward Borbo, who was third baseman. He was elected captain. A. DeRosiers was elected manager. He's pitched for many years, and they said he's very capable of playing any part. They play on I Street in Turners Falls, which is, of course, on the patch. They also went on to talk about a Board of Trade meeting. It was held at the Library Hall. The Board of Selectmen organized with Fred Higas. Now, Fred Higases are WHAI. John Higas, who was very, very popular. In fact, I believe his son or grandson used to read the Christmas Crush and things in Greenfield. Michael J. Carey. John Carey ran the Shady Glen for years and years. And they're meeting at the Grand Trunk, which was a hotel that was here many years ago. Chief of Police Danforth Ripley, Police officers for Turners Falls were William J. Callahan, Joseph Thayer, and for Millis Falls, John A. Griffin. Mr. Callahan is lockup keeper for the Turners Falls, and Mrs. Griffin for Turners Falls. They had a jail. Now that's on 3rd Street. Chloe L. DeGraff has been appointed the sealer for weights and measures, and Miss Sarah Callahan Ducharme, clerk of the town officers. Miss Frances Rockwell is secretary, and Porter Farwell is the chairman. Francis X. Dubas is clerk. Now, these are all names. The last names are all familiar to me, and I'm sure many of the old-timers remember these people. Mr. Arthur Monahan, former principal of the Turners Falls High School, now one of the chiefs of the Bureau of Education for the United States government in Washington, D.C. So he took a very big job, is going to tour Europe and study rural schools. I'm sure that you've heard most of these names if you're a local person. But that is basically all that's on this one page. And I thought I'd see if you remember old Turners Falls and sites like that would enjoy hearing some of the news during the time. And guess the year. Thank you.